understand that a person has a free will, and they can choose to keep their demons. They can choose to be angry. They can choose to blame other people. They can choose to walk in pride or not. And God gave us all a free will, and we cannot override an adult's free will. Now, in children's case, you do have a little more authority to command demonic stuff to go from them because they're kids. And I've seen that in my own ministry, that I've seen much more success with children. But adults, if they want to keep the spirit of Jezebel, they can keep it. You cannot override it. If they want to blame other people, if they want to walk in their pride, if they're controlling, manipulative, you cannot, especially if you're their spouse and you're married to them, they're going to be very controlling of you, very manipulative, very prideful and arrogant. It's extremely hard. Now, it can happen, but ultimately that person has to want to change. And that's what's stopping a lot of people from getting healed and delivered, especially walking in the spirit of Jezebel, because they're going to be very controlling, very manipulative, very prideful, emotionally abusing their spouse. You'll always see that. Now, they can physically and sexually abuse as well, but emotional abuse is horrible to have to go through all of that. And so it comes down to the person has to look in the mirror and recognize that they need to change. And a lot of people don't get past that. Now, those that do, then the next step is they have to forgive all those who hurt them. That's Matthew chapter 18, verses 21 through 35. Jesus talks about that if we don't forgive people from our hearts, we'll be turned over to the tormentors. Those are demonic spirits, and that will torment people with lots of negative thoughts, like thousands of thoughts a day, and that will cause them to hear from these demonic spirits. That will convince them that they're a victim, that they will stay in that victim mode forever and blame everybody else. So they have to forgive from their hearts all those who hurt them. Give to Jesus all the specific ways that they felt from the people that hurt them when they were growing up, which is how they got those demons to attach to them. Then they need to repent for their pride, and that can be extremely hard to do. You know, prideful people. You think about Pharisees and scribes. Those who hated Jesus, Jesus couldn't get them delivered. They had a free will, and so they wanted to kill Jesus. That's how prideful that they were, because Jesus would speak the truth to them. They hated him for exposing them to being whitewashed tombs and being vipers and so forth. So there's a lot of modern day Pharisees and scribes in the church who need to repent for their pride. Well, they're not going to get delivered until they do that. You know, once you've forgiven all those who've hurt you, repented for pride, then you command the demons to go.